Hey there! It's October, so I'm going to play as many spooky themed games as I can before Halloween, and then I'm going to rank them in order of my preference based on one play and the experience that I had. The second game I played was Escape the Dark Castle by Themeborne Games. This game is for 1 to 4 players aged 14 and up and can take around half an hour. The game has dice rolling, push your luck, it has a retro-style video game feel to it, and it's cooperative. The player gets a character with 3 traits, and the stronger they are in that trait represents how often that trait is represented on the die. So in this case, Taylor excels in cunning and has more cunning on their die. In each game, all the players are trying to cooperatively get through a stack of cards that represent a dungeon, and at the end, there's a boss in the dungeon. So the cards can either be event cards or monsters. In this example, we have a monster, and monsters have attributes equal to the symbols down here. So here we have 1 might, and then we have a symbol that's like a character, and that means every player playing will roll a die to see what other attributes the monster has. We then take turns rolling our dice, where we have specialties in those 3 different traits that I mentioned earlier, and we roll until we're able to defeat all the dice that are attributed to that monster. Each round that we do not defeat the monster, it's able to hit us for the damage indicated on the bottom here, so we have a 1. You also have the ability to rest during combat, which means you cannot attack and you gain only 1 life back. Only 1 person per turn can rest. If at any time any player dies, the entire party loses. When you defeat monsters, you also get an item. Some event cards have pass-fails that you have to try. Sometimes it can be 1 player, sometimes it can be the entire party. But some of the cards also have push-your-luck options. For example, a skeletal form lies slumped in the corner of this dark chamber. Beneath the dust of ages, it still clutches a moldering map. As a group, choose 1 option. Move on, something isn't right here, turn the next chapter card, or steal the map. Nominate a player to roll 2 wisdom in 3 attempts, and then there's success and failure according to that choice. When we decided to play this game, we actually played by candlelight since it's October and we thought it would be deliciously thematic to play in the darkness. While I'm not usually one to love cooperative games, I absolutely love this one because it was more of a push your luck, adventure, storytelling, dungeon escape game, very, very reminiscent of an 80s style video game, like an old Nintendo game, and I just absolutely loved it. So now the question is, did I prefer Escape the Dark Castle or Witchstone after 1 playthrough? Witchstone is more crunchy, not too complicated, but gives you a lot of options and strategy, and Escape the Dark Castle is a cooperative dungeon crawling push your luck game. And the winner is Escape the Dark Castle. I'm not usually a fan of cooperative games, and I just thought this was so fun. I find so many games try to recreate that simple dungeon crawl feel of an old video game, and they missed the mark. This one left it plain and simple with all the laughs and surprises and adventure, and I was just thrilled to be able to play with this with friends. We actually played one of the expansions right the same night right after playing, and I have 2 more expansions I cannot wait to try. Stay tuned for game number 3.